Hi, welcome to this edition of the Sustainable Scoop. My name is Inga Middleton. I'm sure some of us, or most of us, have been to the local farmer's market or flea market in search of artisan goods or have found artisan gifts and whatnot, is some similar to paintings or photography, photographs, and housewares, and maybe even jewelry, like the jewelry that I happen to be wearing right now. So one of these artisans that's going to join us today is here by the name of Jaclyn O'Laughlin. Jaclyn, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you have to share with us?
Absolutely. So I make jewelry out of my photographs. I make necklaces. You're wearing one.
Such as this?
Yeah, yes. Such as that. I make earrings and I make bracelets. And I use
Beautiful.
photographs that I have taken on my travels throughout the country and different parts of the world.
That's wonderful. So it's a sustainable way of keeping pictures for a longer time and
Absolutely.
displaying them. I love this idea. It's so
Thanks.
creative, and it's. I'm always looking for ways to display my pictures at home, so this is a really great way of...
Well, I'm able to do that. I could take pictures that you have or you would like and turn them into, a bracelet or necklace or earrings.
Okay, so we can take our own pictures, or you can take the pictures, or we can use pictures that you've taken?
Correct, both, yeah.
Okay, that's great. So can you tell us a little bit about this line? First of all, what is it called?
Sure. So it's called Shutter Love Creations.
Shutter Love Creations.
And
okay.
I've been doing this for about 8 years now.
Oh.
And yeah,
That's great.
I sell them online. You can go to a place called Etsy, etsy.com.
Etsy.
I also go to farmers markets to sell them. But yeah, I just my whole life I've pretty much loved photography. So for me, this was a way to take, a passion and a love that I have and create something with it.
Right.
So I've had so much fun doing it.
So how did you come up with this idea?
Yeah, well, I have a background in photography. I used to be a newspaper reporter and photographer, and I love doing travel photography. And so I thought, I have so many pictures that are just sort of hanging out on my computer and my hard drive, why not do something with them?
Right.
And I love going to craft shows myself, and so as I went to one of them a few years ago, I had the idea, wait, I could use my photos and put them in jewelry. And so here I am,
what a great idea.
8 years later, still doing it, and the process has morphed and changed throughout the years. I feel like it looks, it's a little more professional at this point. But yeah,
so it's
I love doing it.
It's come a long way then, huh?
Yeah.
So something that you weren't sure how to develop, it finally morphed into something
refined. You kind of tinker with it, and then I took classes as well to learn more about it.
Okay.
And yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about how you make it without
Sure.
telling us your secrets?
Of course. Well, I always joke and I say that I use a very small camera to take the pictures. But that's a joke.
Yeah,
Very bad. That's a very bad joke. But I take the pictures and then I downsize them in Photoshop and do some editing. And then
that can be tricky. I've tried to do that myself.
Yeah,
it's hard.
That's the tricky process. And also, I take so many pictures, so it's hard to pick which ones.
Right.
But it's also fun when you travel because you look around and you're like, oh, that could be a cool necklace, that could be a cool bracelet, that could be an earring.
Right.
So that's fun. So then, so that's part of the process is editing. And then I take the metal piece that you see and I cover it in something called resin, and that's a 2-part process. It's liquid, you have to mix together, and you have to be very exact.
It's beautiful.
And then you pour it on top of the picture, and then you have to be, you have to make sure there's no bubbles on top, and take a match or a lighter, and get the bubbles out.
So can you show us a little bit of where you've been, or some of these? You said it's from your travels.
Sure, yeah.
For instance, what about this gas station? Those are so cute. The print is also of that, right?
Yep, that was actually taken in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I actually went out there to do a photography class. I wound up doing an actual photo assignment for New Mexico magazine.
That's beautiful.
And so that picture, I do believe, wound up in the magazine too.
So you can make that so miniature and make it
Yeah.
that big.
Yeah, in fact, I have a 20 by 30 in my apartment of that print. I love that print.
Okay. And what about this one with the bicycle wheel?
Sure. That was taken in a place called Tangier Island, which is off the coast of Maryland.
Wow.
And it was settled in like the 1600s by the English, of course. But people there, since they're so isolated, still speak with like an Elizabethan English accent.
Wow.
So just the experience going there is very cool. And there's no cars on the island, so you have to get around on bikes.
Oh,
so hence
how
the bike tire.
That's great. Well, I love all these. And what else is there? There's artifacts from, look at Good for Irish. There's a
Yep, that is an actual shamrock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's an actual shamrock from Ireland.
I didn't know they actually had those.
Yeah, and I kept a daily photo blog for an entire year, so I took pictures every day and wrote about them. So actually a lot of these are from my blog.
And what about like pictures of people? Can people give you their pictures of their family and
Absolutely.
have them done?
Yeah, I have definitely done that where I've taken people's pictures.
Even like on a bracelet, if they could put it. I would love pictures of my children on a bracelet.
I have done a bracelet. I've done necklaces with multiple pictures.
Oh,
I've done pets.
Awesome.
I did a bracelet for a friend who was obsessed with Barry Manilow.
Let me, why don't you tell the viewers how we can find you?
Sure, absolutely. Well, you can go to my website. It's jaclynsgallery.com, and there will be, you'll see my pictures, but then you'll also see a link to my photo jewelry site. Which is on Etsy.
And what's that called again?
Shutter Love Creations.
Shutter Love Creations. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, viewers, and please go to Etsy to see Jaclyn O'Loughlin's line, and Shutter Love Creations. And thank you for joining us. My name is Inga Middleton. That was a Sustainable Scoop. Back to the news desk.